front door, Sam, but I'm still glad to see you. Go ahead, check out my home, admire my creations, but don't get carried away with all this beauty, because Anna is waiting for you. Right, Anna?
Sam, help me.
Welcome back, gamers! Today we're diving into the intriguing world of Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome. I'm your host, the HOPA Gamer, and in this video review, we'll explore the captivating storyline, immersive gameplay, and overall experience of this thrilling adventure. So let's get started! Initially released in July 2012 by Magic Indie Softworks, Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome takes us on a journey into the dark and dangerous cat-and-mouse game. With several references alluding to the classic novel by Oscar Wilde, this hidden object puzzle game offers a unique twist on the tale, immersing us in a psychological thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. The game follows the protagonist, a journalist named Sam Wilde, as he investigates the bizarre disappearances of several young people. Unfortunately for him, the latest victim would turn out to be his girlfriend Anna, after finding a letter telling him to head off to Goldvale Manor. As Sam uncovers the truth there, he finds himself entangled in a web of secrets, deception, and the enigmatic allure of a mysterious masked figure called Oscar. Now let's talk about the key features that make Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome, stand out from other games in this genre. First and foremost, the graphics and visual design are truly stunning at the time of its release. I gotta hand it to the developers because despite the game's age, the environments remain beautifully crafted, capturing the eerie and atmospheric ambience perfectly. The gameplay mechanics are a combination of hidden object scenes, puzzles, and interactive elements. The hidden object scenes are challenging, but not overwhelming, and they cleverly tie into the narrative, revealing important clues and advancing the story. The puzzles range from logic-based challenges to creative mini-games, providing a good balance of difficulty. They keep you engaged without becoming frustrating or interrupting the flow of the game. Now let's talk about the storyline and characters. Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome boasts a well-crafted narrative that keeps you engaged from start to finish. As Sam Wilde, you'll have the misfortune of discovering Oscar's previous victims in some scenes, each encased in a glass enclosure filled with green embalming liquid in various roles that the killer designated them with, such as the mermaid and vampire, all designed to give Sam an idea on what will happen to Anna should he fail to save her. I don't know about you guys, but the killer's MO reminds me of the horror movie The House of Wax.
The end will come quickly, my love. There is a pain beyond pain, an agony so intense it shocks the mind into instant oblivion. We'll find immortality together.
Hello, Sam. Congratulations. Everyone is talking about your art.
The interactions and dialogues are well written, drawing you further into the story and enhancing the overall experience. Now, let's dive into one of the most intriguing aspects of Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome Collector's Edition: the chilling presence of a serial killer. Throughout the game, players will encounter this enigmatic and sinister character called Oscar, who adds an extra layer of suspense and danger to the storyline. The serial killer serves as the central antagonist, driving the narrative forward and keeping players on their toes, but you got to hand it to him for exuding eloquence as he continues to taunt the player's character throughout the game. As you progress through the game, you'll gradually learn more about the killer's motivations, methods, and the dark history behind their crimes. The developers have done a commendable job in creating a character that exudes a sense of dread and unpredictability. Oscar's presence is felt through various elements in the game, from disturbing crime scenes to cryptic messages left behind. Every encounter with him leaves one questioning his identity and unraveling the twisted mind behind the atrocities. Each of his previous victims are presented in various poses, sometimes accompanied by his voice, explaining how some of them mark an event of his life, like a macabre art exhibit with him acting as its proud artist. In terms of gameplay, the serial killer's involvement adds an extra layer of challenge and urgency. Players must gather clues, solve puzzles, and make critical decisions to stay one step ahead of the killer. The tension rises as you uncover more about his motives and his next potential move, creating a sense of urgency and immersion that keeps you engaged throughout the game. The portrayal of the serial killer is not only limited to his actions, but also his psychological profile. Brink of Consciousness explores Oscar's disturbed psyche, allowing players to delve into the darkness and complexity of his character. The psychological depth adds another intriguing layer to the game, making the encounters with the serial killer all the more captivating. The visual and audio design further enhance the chilling presence of the serial killer. The game utilizes atmospheric lighting, eerie sound effects, and haunting musical cues to create an unsettling ambiance whenever the killer is near. These elements work in harmony to build tension and create an immersive experience that will keep you on the edge of your seat. While the subject matter may be dark and disturbing, the game maintains a balance to ensure players are engaged and intrigued without crossing the line into gratuitous violence or exploitation. Moving on to the atmosphere and sound design, the game's soundtrack sets the mood perfectly, with haunting melodies that intensify the suspense and mystery.
The whole world lies. A man once told me, Oscar, show them.
The voice acting is also commendable, with solid performances that bring the characters to life and add depth to their personalities. Furthermore, the game utilizes ambient sounds and environmental cues effectively, from the creaking doors to the distant echoes. These audio elements heighten the tension and create an immersive experience that will send chills down your spine. Whenever Sam finds an embalmed victim or gets surprised by a falling object, you can hear his gasp of horror. Or when he's outside, you can hear him coughing as he endures the cold, rainy weather. Now let's dive deeper into the gameplay mechanics of Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome, specifically focusing on the puzzles and hidden object game scenes that make up a significant part of the player's experience. The game offers a diverse range of puzzles and hidden object game scenes that seamlessly intertwine with the overarching storyline, enhancing both the immersion and the gameplay progression. Let's start with the hidden object game scenes. These scenes are intricately designed, presenting players with a cluttered environment filled with various objects. Your task is to find specific items within the scene by interacting with the objects and carefully examining the details. The hidden object game scenes strike a balance between challenge and accessibility. The scenes are well crafted, with cleverly hidden objects that require keen observation and a sharp eye. However, they never become overly frustrating or hinder the flow of the game. The developers have ensured that the scenes are engaging and enjoyable, allowing players to progress smoothly through the storyline while still presenting a satisfying challenge. If you're feeling a bit lost on where to go next, there's a map provided which shows which area has a pending puzzle or hog waiting to be solved, although it doesn't allow the player to teleport between two locations. Moving on to the puzzles, the game offers a variety of brain teasers and challenges with range in complexity and style. These puzzles serve as obstacles to overcome and as tools to unlock hidden areas, revealing crucial information or advancing the story. The puzzles are thoughtfully designed, with a good mix of logic-based puzzles, pattern recognition challenges, and creative mini-games. They require you to employ problem-solving skills, logical thinking, and occasionally some outside-the-box reasoning. The difficulty level gradually ramps up as you progress, ensuring a sense of accomplishment when you successfully solve a particularly tricky puzzle. One of the notable aspects of the puzzle design in the Dorian Gray Syndrome is that they are seamlessly integrated into the game's narrative. Rather than feeling like arbitrary obstacles, the puzzles feel organic and purposeful, serving as natural extensions of the story and the environments you explore. For players who enjoy the additional challenge, the collector's edition of the game offers bonus puzzles and extra content. This provides an opportunity to further immerse yourself in the game's world and expand your gameplay experience. The extra content contains the wallpapers, concept art, soundtrack, funny caricatures of Oscar, and a short interview with the game developers regarding the making of this game. Speaking of the bonus game, I must warn you, dear audience, that some of the parts I'm now going to discuss here will have spoilers. In the bonus game, the story continues when Sam was sent by his boss on an assignment to an abandoned carnival. And who comes to welcome him? Oscar himself. What a diva. Thankfully, Anna is out of harm's way, despite Oscar occasionally mentioning her.
I'll embalm Anna inside a dinosaur's costume. Not really. I wouldn't be so tacky.
Again, the usual hugs and puzzles, but with minimal back and forth between locations. Thankfully, no new embalmed victim this time. Well, except Oscar himself, thus leaving Sam accused of Oscar's crimes. So despite the downer ending for our protagonist, I gotta hand it to the developers for coming up with a refreshing twist to such a beautifully crafted game in the psychological thriller genre. Last time I checked, Magic Indie's latest posts on their Twitter and Facebook were in 2016. So whether or not this company is still around is unknown to me. Which is a shame because they have created such an epic classic HOPA game such as this. If there's anyone from Magic Indie who would like to update me on the team's current projects, please keep in touch. Overall, Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome successfully combines hidden object game scenes and puzzles to create an engaging and immersive gameplay experience. The well-crafted hidden object scenes challenge your observational skills and contribute to the narrative, while the diverse range of puzzles keep you mentally stimulated and invested in the game's progression. It's a satisfying blend of puzzle solving and hidden object gameplay that adds depth and variety to the overall experience. Aside from this, the inclusion of a chilling serial killer in this game adds a compelling layer to the game's storyline and gameplay. It keeps players guessing, immerses them in a dark and suspenseful atmosphere, and provides a thrilling experience that will leave a lasting impression. So brace yourself for an intense encounter with this captivating antagonist as you unravel the secrets of the game's twisted world. In conclusion, Brink of Consciousness, the Dorian Gray Syndrome is a must-play for fans of hidden object puzzle games and psychological thrillers. This game excels in its captivating storyline, immersive gameplay mechanics, and outstanding visual and audio design. The collector's edition offers additional content, extending the already satisfying gameplay experience. Whether you're a fan of Oscar Wilde's novel or simply enjoy a well-crafted mystery and psychological thriller, this game will leave you wanting more. So that wraps up our Throwback Thursday gaming. Once again, this is the HOPA Gamer. And as always, thanks for watching. Remember to stay curious, keep exploring, and never shy away from a beautiful adventure. Until next time, happy gaming! See you later!